Hello and welcome back to another video of my channel. Today I will be doing another Obsolete castings review. This one, I'm maybe for the 90s Hot Wheels fan and early 2000s Hot Wheels fan, you may or may not remember. But for, I guess a newer collector like myself and maybe some others, you might not even know about this forgotten middle child from a very popular casting. So, before I start, I'm just gonna, talk to you guys that I'm sorry about for the lack of uploads. I've been pretty busy with school already, and of course being in the new year, a lot of stuff has been happening. It's been getting cold out here in California, Southern California. I've been getting I've been getting sick, and well, I just haven't been able to. I haven't had the energy to make videos, but hopefully I'll be able to make more uploads this year. Probably more about Hot Wheels. I don't know if I'll do anything else, but I just want to talk about like a bunch of the 90s castings and because I like to collect 90s castings from Hot Wheels and also the early 2000s, so I guess I'll just stick to that. But after that confession, let's go move on to the video. So the car in question is the Twin Mill. Now this is not the subject of the video, of course. So yeah, the Twin Mill 1, the original 1969, 1968, I almost dropped it. 1968. This isn't of course a red line, but 1968 when Hot Wheels first came out, the Twin Mill was one of the original Sweet 16, one of the original 16 castings they had. This one's a green version. I forgot which year this came out, but I bought it a long time ago. And it's a green metal body, metal base. Well, it feels like it's all one piece. But yeah, Twin Mill 1, fan favorite casting, one of the most popular. Yeah. And then there's also one that they released around the mid 2010s, or even the early 2000s, or the late 2000s. Twin Mill 3. This one was super popular when it came out as well. It's still being released today, but not as much as before. And I've always seen it in this like green color. And yeah, I actually got it matching with it. I don't know if this came from the same set or it was just ironic that it came with the same livery with the black stripe and the green stripe accents all around it. But yeah, I got the Twin Mill 1 and the Twin Mill 3. But this also isn't the focus of the video. The focus of the video is about another Twin Mill. And unfortunately, it's the forgotten, failed middle child of the Twin Mill family, and that casting is none other than this. This is the Twin Mill 2. Now, for like I've said, the 90s fan of Hot Wheels, those collectors, you probably know what this is. But for a newer guy, like a newer collector like myself, and many others, you might not even know this casting even existed, or maybe you did, or you thought it was just fake or a myth. Nope, it was real, and unfortunately, it didn't do very well. So, yes, I got this from my dad. Of course, he had a bunch of 90s Hot Wheels, which I'll be talking about another casting in a future upload. But yeah, this is really cool. This specific gray with the purple accents came out in 1998. And it wasn't a first edition. They just released the car. It's a Twin Mill 2 right there in big text. I really like that. Hot Wheels with the classic car on the blue car on the front. Let's take a look at the back. It's promoting pretty much the track set right there. The Hot Wheels track system, which is really cool. Collector number 783. 30 years of Hot Wheels, of course, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Hot Wheels in 1998. But yeah, let's crack open this bad boy, shall we? Almost 25 years, and now it's out of its box, and there it is, the Twin Mill 2. This is actually a really cool car. It's really interesting. This is part of the Twin Mill family, but unfortunately, it wasn't as recognized, and like I said, it was like the middle, forgotten, failed child of the Twin Mill family. So yeah, so here's the car, and let's take a closer look at it, shall we? And yes, there is a different background, but I think right now I'm thinking of trying to clean pretty much my area that I have in the background. You know, it's pretty messy and I need to clean that up so I can utilize that to actually use my quote unquote table to actually display, not display, but like showcase my Hot Wheels when I have them loose or if I want to unbox something. But anyways, here is the Twin Mill 2, and this looks really cool. Like, actually, this is a really underrated version of the Twin Mill. Of course, Twin Mill 2. So I guess a little bit of the story on this is this car was released in 1993, and it was actually a neon yellow color, and it was designed by Bruce Barr. I don't know if I'm saying his last name correct, and Phil Rillman, which was fun fact is actually, I think if I remember reading on the Hot Wheels Wiki page, which I'll put in the description down below, it was his second or third. I think it might have been his second casting he designed for Hot Wheels, and you know what? He still works at Hot Wheels today, which is really cool. You know, Phil Rillman, he's designed a bunch of castings I really like, and even Bruce Barr, he's designed the Silhouette 2. He's designed the what else? He designed the Lexus SC400, which I actually do have an example of that car. It looks really cool. He's created pretty cool stuff. Like I've said, 90s Hot Wheels just rock. They really do. They're amazing. They look cool, and they, in my opinion, they look more realistic than the fantasy castings of today. But yeah, let's take a closer look at the car and its details that it has. So, like I said, this car was released in 1998. So this specific release was from 1998. So it's all silver. It's just a silver, pretty simple paint, enamel paint. I think it's a bit sparkly. Just a little bit, but not too. No, I think it just might be enamel paint. It's kind of shiny though. There's a black and purple stripe on the side, which looks really nice. I actually really like purple, so I like the little purple accents, the little purple Hot Wheels logo. It has the silver chrome lace wheels. Really like these wheels on pretty much any car you could probably think of. There's the distinctive two engines, which is why it's called the Twin Mill. It's a twin engine car. Yeah, there's the exhaust pipes, and here is pretty much the heads of the engine right there. Looks really different. And there is that distinctive front windshield, which of course is famous on all the Twin Mills, which we'll take a look at both of the generations that have. And there's the front, not too much happening. It's really nice. It's actually smooth, like very small here, and then it goes from really huge, which is probably explains why I kind of failed. I personally like it, but unfortunately, like I said, it was made from 1993 to 2006, just quietly discontinued. I wish they could bring us back, but I don't know, because they always keep on re-releasing Twin Mill, the original, and Twin Mill 3, and I feel like they gotta really re-release a Twin Mill 2 again. I think it's really underrated. It's kind of forgotten. Like I said, the middle lost, just disappointing, the failed middle child of the Twin Mill family. So I wish they could bring this back, but I don't know if many of you guys even like this car, if you guys despise it, if you guys actually really like it, because I actually personally do. It's really underrated, and it looks really nice. So let's make a comparison with this car to the Twin Mill 1, which is the original. This, of course, like I said, is not the original. This was released around the 2010s, which I picked this up at a Family Dollar out of all places. But yeah, it's a green one. It's a classic. Well, it's more synonymous with Twin Mill 3, but yeah, had a blue, what colors am I saying? A black stripe down the middle. It's a bit chipped up because, of course, this car is pretty old. It's a green stripe accents around it, and of course the distinctive twin engines. And here's the Twin Mill 2. So yeah, the windshield definitely very distinctive. Of course, that's recognizable. Just a little bit different, of course. There's the twin engines, a little bit smaller on here, and pretty much the chrome is pretty much wiped off. Oh man! And then here's the engines, definitely bigger than both of the models. Spoiler alert, actually. Here's the front. Really thick on the front of the Twin Mill 2, I should say. Very thin on the Twin Mill 1. But yeah, it's definitely wider, I think. Or no, it's actually around the same size. Just looking at it from here, it's about the same size. But is it the same length? Twin mill 1 is definitely a little bit more, longer. Here's the bottom. I don't know why the twin mill 1 always has these things. I wonder what it is. Wonder why they thought of that, but yeah. Twin mill, yeah, copyright 1969. They had to renew the copyright date from 2011, 2013. Which is probably around the time I picked it up, but I don't think so. Yeah, here's the back. Definitely the twin mill 2 is definitely a little bit taller. Yeah, this is really cool, and of course I think the twin mill 2 is definitely wider from right here than right here. It's definitely the same size back here, but then it gets very thin. So yeah, and let's take a look at another very popular one, or it used to be very popular, is the twin mill 3. And yeah, it's the same livery. Like I said, I don't know if it came in the same set or whatever, but you know, it's ironic that I found both of them in the same color. Just different generations here. So yeah, again, not distinctive front windshield. It looks very swoopy and all stuff. Again, the twin mill 3 is definitely noticeably more longer. The engines is definitely longer, but it's not as thick, and definitely not as huge. I mean, I don't know how you'll be able to see out. That's the thing about the twin mill in real life. How are you gonna be able to see outside? That's the thing. Here's the side profile. Of course, twin mill 2 is gonna be more thick. The engine's really huge, really long, I should say. Here it's definitely very thick and very, well, I guess, yeah. And here's the back. Of course, twin mill 2 is definitely taller, and the engine's of course bigger, like I said. But yeah, this is really cool. And also the thing is, this one actually has a rear window. The twin mill 3 and the twin mill 1, the original, also they don't have a rear view window. So, or a rear window. So that's really interesting. Here's the base. Of course, you can definitely tell which one's definitely longer. But yeah, the twin mill 2 is definitely very nice, but unfortunately it was forgotten, like I said. I don't know if people actually really like it or not. If there's fans of it, comment down below if you really like the twin mill 2. I personally think it's super underrated. But that isn't all of them. There's also a 4th gen called the Gen E, and I feel like I don't have a sample of that casting. But that one I don't like. I personally don't like it, and I think it's definitely, that one is definitely being forgotten, just like this one as well. But this one I don't think deserved it. The twin mill Gen E probably did. There's also the tuned one and the hard nose, which, you know, whatever, like plastic surgery in the family. But yeah, so yeah, twin mill 2, really awesome. If you find it at your Swami, or you want to pick it up on eBay, go ahead. It's really nice. Yeah, it's just really cool. I don't know what else to say. There's also a gold version of this one, which came in the Speed Demons 5-pack, I believe. I like the gold one a little bit better, but this one actually still looks really nice, though. And it came with those same lace wheels, so that's really nice. So that has been the review and a comparison of the twin mill 2 with the twin mill original and the twin mill 3. And see if I could try to make a little photo for the thumbnail, probably. I don't know. Yeah, that just stands out like a sore thumb, I think, right? But if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.